Duh.
Before getting into the video, make sure to watch the character introduction video for better understanding and experience. Link is given in the description.
My child, open your eyes. How long are you going to sleep? Get up, dear. Look, only you can wake up your friend, and don't you want him to wake up? You are safe, my sweet child. Open your eyes, my dear.
Jimin slowly opens his eyes. He felt himself laying in something soft. He looks around and gasps. When? What? Where am? How?
Finally you're awake.
Jimin lets out a small yelp, hearing the sudden voice as he looked around, trying to find the owner of the voice.
I'm here.
Jimin looks above him where the voice came from, as he found only the moon in the sky above him. Suddenly someone appeared in front of him, making him startled.
Are you feeling fine, my child?
Who are you?
I'm Celine, goddess of the moon, and your mother, my child.
You. What? Jimin took a moment to think. I have heard this name before. Jimin then remembered Min's words. Jiminy, the crown in your head has the light stone in it, was gifted to you by our mother Celine herself to you after you rescued the troops of our enemy kingdom and reunited them with their families. The stone, it can transform itself, adapting to any form you change. It can't fall off or removed by other hands rather than your own. This will help you organize your powers and handle them more efficiently. And after that, Min's words were interpreted. So this is my mother in this game, but why did Hyung also mention her as our mother? Jimin thought.
That's cause I'm the goddess of moon, and every living being that worship the moon, worship me, and every life that is born under my name makes them my children.
How did you?
I know everything, son. So child, do you remember anything that happened?
Jimin took a moment to think, but then shook his head as no, with disappointment visible on his face.
Well, let me help you then.
Celine came forward and touched Jimin's head. She is like 8 to 9 feet tall here. Jimin felt a wave of memories crashing onto him. Tae.
That proves you have remembered.
Where is he now?
He is somewhere where he belongs to.
Jimin was confused as Celine chuckles before taking Jimin's hand into hers.
See it by yourself.
In seconds they disappeared from the clouds they were standing on, as they were now standing in front of a big forest. Celine walked ahead while holding Jimin's hand. As much as questions Jimin had, he just kept silent as they both walked into the forest. Suddenly a tiger jumped in front of them, getting Jimin startled.
Is he awake?
The tiger bowed before them as it shook its head. Celine continued walking with Jimin, and to Jimin's surprise the tiger followed them. Soon the sight Jimin saw made his knees buckle. There was a big oak tree, and under it there were tigers. At least 20 of them, standing together disorderly. And all were looking at Jimin now, but none looked like it was about to attack, and that literally got Jimin's mind blown. When the tigers saw Jimin, they moved away, more like making way for him, and as soon as the tigers moved far, Jimin found a big, white tiger laying under the big oak tree. It only took seconds till Jimin realized it was Tae. Jimin ran towards Tae and kneeled in front of him, taking his friend's head onto his lap. Tae. Jimin almost whispered, running his fingers through Tae's fur. He saw some kind of herbs being applied onto Teacher's body where he could see purple blood oozing out. Jimin fought back the urge to sob. When he understood the cuts were due to the arrow that went through both their chests, he suddenly wondered how he doesn't feel any pain.
Can I answer that question?
Jimin looked at her.
I saved you both before death could near you. Being a vampire, you healed yourself, and, considering your strength and powers, you recovered faster than I thought you would. But about him? Well, he may be a god, but he doesn't have his godly powers with him now. Only his father's powers are there, but they are also suppressed for now. So he needs a bit of time to heal, and this is the only place for that.
Jimin checked Tae's paws and sighed in relief, seeing the 2 lines still there. Why did you save us? I know there is some kind of motive behind it.
Well, my child, the thing is, 1. I don't want to see my dear children die like that. 2. For revenge purposes.
What do you mean?
That greedy worm stole my soulmate's heartstone and made her powerless. He almost killed her son to get to her.
Celine said, now kneeling near them and reaching to pat Tae's fur.
I let that happen once, but not twice.
Can I ask you something? Celine looks at Jimin. So who is the soulmate we are talking about here?
Layla, the mother of nature and purity. The one who created Jumanji. Wife of Satan, one of the 7 sins of hell. Mother of God of love and the prince of hell Vu. And my dear soulmate for eternity.
So you are the goddess of the moon and my mother, and you are telling me you were friends with Layla, who is Tae's biological mom here?
Yeah.
Can I know what you meant by the term soulmate?
Layla and me are soulmates, best friends, partners, anything you want to call it. And since you are her child, you are mine too.
Celine creasing Tae's fur made him purr since she was giving him pain relief using her powers. What place is this?
This is the realm of gods, my son. Only the noblest and highest ones in power can enter and bring anyone they wish.
Well, that explains how I'm here. I aren't no god. How much time has passed since we arrived?
No longer than an hour.
But it looks like it's midnight already and we were in the castle at noon.
Again, this is the realm of gods. It differs from the normal world.
But
before any other questions, I have something to show you.
Celine touched Jimin's hand and it gave Jimin a view of a place he haven't seen in his entire lifetime. It looked like it was in the middle of a jungle. It was dark, almost impossible to see, but then he saw something. He saw a statue. It was of a female whom he didn't recognize. The female was holding onto her chest like she was in pain and had her eyes closed but her face facing the sky, all while sitting on the ground. Even more in detail, he saw dried blood drops coming out her eyelids. Startled, he got his senses back. Jimin was panting hard, being overwhelmed when...
That's Layla. She is dying. She needs the stone. Only you all can get it to her.
Jimin snaps his head towards her. But where exactly is she?
I don't know about that, my child. I can only see how she is, but not where she is, since she doesn't want to see or be found by anyone other than her son now.
But we don't know where Mark is. We still haven't found the last piece of the map.
Now that I remember, I think you need to see this.
Celine again touched Jimin's hand. As of now, Jimin saw. I have a plan. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I saw the blueprint of this castle, and the thing is, I know where JYP's room must be. What should we do then? We will be dividing into 2 teams. One team will be distracting JYP and try to find his weakness, while the other team will be finding Vmin and getting them to safety. I can only assume that I have no use here with my million weaknesses and of being the shortest member. I think I have a perfect job for you.
A few moments later.
JYP was sitting inside the meeting room after his meeting with Jimin and Tae. He was looking at the burning room without blinking, and that's when he heard Oh God, how come you be this shameless and lie straight onto my face? Jipe snaps his head towards the main door. It looked like the sound was coming from near the main gate. Is this how you treat travelers in your kingdom? I demand to meet the king. Jipe stood up and walked out the room with his guards following him closely behind. He got out only to see a 3-feet-tall man with long beard and long hair wearing silk, which was definitely something normal people couldn't afford there. What's happening here? Who are you? I refuse to speak to you if you aren't the king himself. I am the king, tell me what is happening here. Well, in that case, your honor. Pleasure to meet you, I'm Sok Min. I'm the cook. I have been the royal cook of Freya Kingdom for 9 years. I am here to request you to make me your royal cook, my lord. What makes you think I'll give you the job? I have quite a lot of confidence in my cooking skills. I am confident you would be addicted to my cooking once you get a taste of it. But that doesn't explain why you are creating a scene here. Hear me out, my lord. You see this big bimbo here? He claims to be my husband and that we had son together. Jipe looks at the man standing near him. He was tall, well built. He also had long hair and beard while he wore a hoodie over his head covering it while his whole outfit was black. My lord, I am June. This is my husband Mukjin. We were married for 2 years. We had a son together, but suddenly one day he left. Now after 9 years I see him, but he acts like he doesn't know me. Please help me, my lord. I can't live without the love of my husband for too long. Our son needs him. What's the meaning of this, Sok Min? My lord, he is lying. I know this unemployed jerk is just trying to ruin my reputation so you won't give me the job. What did you think, jerk, my lord would fall for your words? You know who he is. Look at him. He looks like the one who created knowledge itself. Look at his perfect eyes. It only radiates his brilliance. Jipe was getting high of himself hearing Jin's words. Yes, and that's why he will provide justice to me and our son. Mukjin, don't you remember me? Our son. Don't you remember the times when we would run around the fields holding each other's hands? Stealing glances during prayers. Our wedding. Don't leave me again, Mukjin. I love you. Stop talking rubbish. Look at me and look at you. I aren't no poor ass like you. Now move away from me, stupid. My lord, looks like this beggar wants me for my money and status, so he is here creating a drama. Please banish him out the kingdom and throw him out this castle. This castle only belongs to high bloods like us. Isn't that right, my lord? Jin sounded so cruel and believable that even Jungkook fell for his words for a second. Wow, my Hyun deserves an Oscar. Jungkook thought. Yes, the castle is only for higher blood, not for low-lives like you. Guards, throw him out and you follow me. Let's see how good of a cook you are. Jin bowed as Jungkook put in a fake fight against the guards who came to hold him. My love, don't do this. I love you. Our son wants to see you. Don't leave me again. Jin fake scoffs while following Jipe as Jungkook was being dragged outside. Before both could feel happy that their plan worked, someone came to the spot.
My lord, I suspect that these two are trying to deceive you.
The fuck? Both mumbled. While he seems to be our kind. My lord, don't you think it's a bit suspiciously that a royal cook who claimed to have worked in an unknown kingdom wants to be your cook, and at the same time a lowlife claims him to be his husband? I don't get your point, Layla. You took over just a week ago and this guy praises you like he knew you his whole life. But what gains my suspension the most is that all this is happening today after your encounter with the ex-king and his friend. Layla's comment raised questions inside Jipe as he turned to look Jin, who stood there bravely. We are fucked. Jin thought.
Meanwhile,
I don't think they would have survived if they were inside the room. June said to August D as they just now got to know about what happened to Vmin from eavesdropping some guards talking. And that's why I say they are still alive. I can feel it in my guts, but the question here is, where are they? June and August D were wearing Royal Guard uniforms which they got by knocking down 2 guards they saw first. They left Hoseok to hide behind the castle to prepare the carriage for them to escape. We need to hurry. Something is wrong. Well, nothing is messed up. We know they both are alive and it's only a matter of time till we find them, but now it's the time for us to mess with Jipe. If he is dead, then there is no villain for us to fight against, and after that we can freely focus on getting the stone to wherever the fuck we want without hiding. So why don't we kill him now itself? Like the saying goes.
Less tension, more work. More work, less tension.
Are you serious, Hyung? Do I look like I'm joking? August D raised his eyebrow. Now show me where the Bastards room is so I can see if I could find anything useful. You are unbelievable, Hyung. I know, now tell me. June sighs before walking towards the room where he believes Jipe is staying. A few minutes later, both of them managed to sneak onto Jipe's room since most of the guards were busy. On following Jipe, no one was there to protect his room, but still they had to knock down a guard on their way. They hid the body behind a pillar and left, but what they didn't know was the moment they left, the guard fell onto the open space nearby, making his body visible for anyone passing by. Is this what I think it is? August D said while holding on to a stone which looked like it was kept hidden in a hurry. No way, that's Stone. It is the stone that was on Jimin's crown, hat, necklace, etc. So that means we are missing something here. I don't think both of them are here, but at the same time they aren't here alive nor dead. Well. The door burst open, revealing 2 guards. Intruders. How dare you get inside our lord's chamber? The guard said before launching towards June with his sword. Shit. Shit.
No cursing here, so you need to help them. Tell Hope about your whereabouts and do this.
All the gods out there, please take care of my family and this mission. Be with Jin, Hyung and Jungkook and help them to distract Jipe. Be with my Yoons and June to help them find our baby bear and my angel. Hobie didn't know if it was his character or himself praying while sitting in the carriage as the driver. Please make sure Jimin and Tae are uninjured. Hobie prayed. Before looking at the horses tied in front of the carriage. Do you think everything's gonna be okay? The horses just neighed. I'll take that as a yes. Hyung. Hearing Jimin's voice in his head, Hobie flinched badly. Jimin, what? Hyung, I'm okay. Tae is kinda okay. We both are alive and safe, but not there. We are in a unexplainable place. I am leaving for a short journey alone. But just listen, Hyung. You need to hurry towards the place the map shows ASAP. Find Mark, Hyung. We are running out of time. Layla is dying. With that, Jimin left. Jimina. Hearing no response, Hobie sighed, but in seconds he got into panic mood as he looked back at the castle. Oh god, no. Hobie got out the carriage and went towards the back door. He went inside. He saw no guards inside, so he went further in. God, only if I didn't have this stupid wings I would have been with any one of them instead of being a helpless penguin with vulture wings. Hobie groaned before walking towards the unknown direction. Hey, stop right there. Hobie froze. He turned to find 5 guards pointing their swords towards him. Well, how can the situation get more perfect? Hobie sighed as he looks at the direction. He feels June and August D's presence, and before he knew it, a strong wind suddenly knocked down all the guards, sending them flying to the other end of the hall. The hell? Don't tell me I did it. Wait. Hobie patted his own chest. Strength, healing, empathy, can open portals, but it can harm him, even cause his death. Weather manipulation, advanced regeneration, invisibility, can control wind and sky a little, can talk with all creatures. Why do I suddenly feel like a strong character? Maybe I am a strong character. Was I the only one, underestimating myself? Hobie snaps out of his thoughts when he heard yelling coming from the guards, who were now back on their feet. Okay, how do I do this? It shouldn't be that hard, right? I can do it. I can do this. In 3, 2, 1, go. Hobie tightened his fist in nervousness. Where is he? He was just here. So I did it. Hobie thought before slowly moving away from the guards, who were dumbfounded. He managed to sneak towards where he felt against D and June's presence without getting caught by the guards. As soon as he got onto the floor, he was speechless. There stood against D on top of a mountain made of unconscious, dead guards' bodies, giving a challenging look towards the guards who stood in front of him with sharp swords and trembling hands. Is this the best you got? I expected more. You guys are no fun, August D said casually while slapping a guard, and just like that the guard fell onto the floor without making any second moves. Juhuna, do you have a preference for me? Should I kill the next one like this, or like Hyung? For the love of God, stop killing people. I know this is a game, but the characters look real and blood looks real, and by killing them you look like a freaking psycho killer. We are the ducking ambassadors of UNICEF. We should be an example, not. It's August D here. The person you wanted to convey this message is currently taking a nap inside me. So hallelujah, Leader Nime. August D said before killing the last guard there. What is happening here? Hobie's voice made them look at him standing behind the pillar. Hoseok, what are you doing here? You were supposed to be down there. What if someone saw you and hurt you? Relax, June. I got a message from Jimin. But wait a damn minute, how can you see me? I am invisible now. Of course I can see you. What makes you think that I can't? The message. Right, so Jimin said he and Tae are alive and somewhere unknown but safe. He said that we need to hurry to find the last piece of the map ASAP. Cause Layla is dying. Holy shit. No need to react. How can you not react? You do realize by the term Layla it is Mother Jumanji, the one who we need to get the stone to. The one who can break the curse is dying, and if she did, then it's goodbye for us all. Either we would be stuck here for eternity or just die the moment she dies. Oh shit, why did I realize this now? Well, I see your point here. Anyways, let's leave now. Eat self. But before that we should distract Jipe so he won't find us before we even get near our destination. Wait, why do I feel like we are forgetting something now? Jungkook. August D almost flinched on that. Geez, can't believe I lived with such drama queens for a decade. Now stop screaming like idiots and follow me. August D scolded them before running towards the stairs towards the main gate where they think Jin and Jungkook could be. Meanwhile, my lord, that's not true.
It's true, my lord. These two are deceiving you with their lies.
What lies? All I wanted was the love of my life to be with me and my child to get its motherly love. Do I look like a woman? But you gave birth to him, so you are his mama. I am gonna poison you after this. Jin thought before saying. My lord, did you see that he is lying right in front of you? How can I give birth? Well, some trans men can give birth. They can? Yes, they can. Jin glared at Jungkook. For real this time. How did I raise a perfect brat? Did I mix any wrong ingredient in his food? How does he remember everything on times like this so clearly? I am sure he learned it from June and his anatomy, or by Jimin and his fanfics. Jin facepalmed.
In that case, isn't it illegal for lowlives and high bloods to marry in this our new rules, my lord?
Yes, it is.
Well, in that case, shouldn't we behead them for not obeying the law?
But I married him 9 years ago and the rule was announced last week. Even Jungkook didn't know how he managed to lie this fluently.
Then should we make an example for the others out there? A rule is a rule. If you didn't or couldn't follow the rules, you should have left this kingdom rather than claiming for justice in front of our lord.
I swear this cockroach is getting on my nerves. Will Jin Hyung scold me if I choke this grasshopper right here? Everything was going on plan, but why should this shrimp head need to ruin that? Fucking garbage. Both were internally having a battle on whether they were killing Layla or not. Layla is right. Guards, take them to the cell. But my lord, I am innocent.
You are not.
Jin had a strong urge to throw a fist. My lord, won't you believe me? Look at me and look at him. Look at his clothes. I aren't no husband of this low life. Won't you believe my words? All I wanted was to serve you for the rest of my life, but why do I get accused like this falsely? Jin said, and that changed Jipe's mind. Throw him outside the palace. Jipe said, aiming at Jungkook. I still suspect you. But you are approved. I like you and you don't seem like a potential threat, so you can work here, but only after I trust you wholly. Now you may leave. Meet me next week. Both Jin and Jungkook panicked. Plan A was for Jungkook to go outside to Jope and prepare for the ride, but in case no one arrived with Vmin, then he would also go in to give his helping hands to find them, while Jin would make sure to be with Jipe and send signal to others by blowing the whistle he had in his pocket if something goes wrong. Plan B was for them to stay with Jipe as long as possible, making sure he doesn't go inside and find the castle so he won't focus on whatever chaos June and August release inside the castle. Both Plan A and B were a failure, all thanks to Layla.
My lord, something is way more suspicious with this lowlife. I need to see his head.
Both Jungkook and Jin froze. How irritating. Only because of this snail face our plans failed, but that was not enough for him. Here he is trying to get us killed. Jin thought. I don't think that's a good idea, my lord.
Why scared much?
All Jin wanted to do now to have his spatula in his hand now. No, well. He mustn't have showered. His clothes are dirty. Think what kind of disaster his hair must be. I don't wish to see it, so does my lord. So let the scum go.
Oh, so you are ordering my lord now?
Jipe turned to look at Jin. No, of course not. Why would I do that?
Cause.
Enough. You remove your hoodie. I need to see your face properly. Jin was panicking more than cause he was the one who covered Jungkook's bunny ears to his head with hoodie, and if Jungkook removed it everyone would know who they were, since everyone there knew who Jungkook was. My lord. Due to the sneeze, the Jin's fake mustache fell to the ground flying, but before anyone could see him he covered his mouth and the place where the mustache was with his hand. But it was too late. Layla noticed even the little details.
You.
My lord, there are intruders inside and they went inside your room. June and August along with the invisible Hoseok came there running, cutting off olive oil.
My lord, this.
It's not going great there. Many of our guards have been killed. Situation is going out of control, my lord.
My lord, these two are deceiving you, and these two guards raise my suspicion.
Layla suddenly yanked back Jungkook's hoodie, revealing his bunny ears. You! Before Jipe could move towards Jungkook, Hobi used his power and made the wind send the guards flying. Layla got a hold of the post nearby, but Jipe was not that much affected as he also had wind powers. I'll kill you all, Jipe said before launching towards Jungkook, who easily duggled it and elbowed him. Oh hell yeah, August D said before taking out the bloody sword he hid in his uniform as he went towards Jipe. It all happened in seconds. Before August D could stab Jipe right onto his heart, Layla pushed Jipe to the side as he got stabbed on his arm. "This leech," August D muttered before kicking him away and turning to look at Jipe. August D had a devilish look on his face. Finally the big boss. Jipe suddenly felt chills down his spine looking onto August D's eyes, but held himself together and tried to reach for the sword attached to his hip. It was like slow motion that only Hoseok managed to see, the arrow pointed by the guards towards every one of his members. As he unconsciously got back from his invisible state. And even he didn't knew how he did it, but right before August D's and Jipe's swords could meet, a portal was opened and 6 figures were pulled inside it as the portal closed in seconds. Jipe stood up from the ground and looked around. He saw something on the ground. It was a big white feather. He brought it closer to his nose and sniffed it. He smirked when he could feel the direction where the presence of the feather's owner was. "I'll find you and end you all," Jipe said, more like roared. Far, far away from Rosa Kingdom, a portal opened in the middle of an unknown jungle and 6 figures were almost thrown out of it. "Ow, my handsome face," Jin said when he felt a small cut on his cheek due to his fall onto the harsh ground. "Who the hell opened the portal? Unless it's Dr. Stephen Strange, I won't be surprised. Is everyone here? Are you all okay?" "I'm fine. I'm okay too, Hyung, only some scratches here and there. I'm good." "Hoseok God, Hobie, are you okay?" Jun exclaimed the moment he saw Hobie gasping for air on the ground. Jin was the first one to reach him, followed by everyone. "Hope World, you can't die now. Not after saving all our lives." "Hyung, what is happening to Hyung? He can open portals, but that can also kill him. It's up to his body if he lives or dies." No, Hobie, don't you dare die on me. We can't live with that guilt. You would only have one life left if you die now." Hobie was slowly losing consciousness. All were kneeling near him. Jin Jun and Kook to his left and August D to his right. August D saw that one of the lines in Hobie's arm was fading. "Hyung, what can we do to help? Can we transfer life to Hyung?" "For that one." August D suddenly pulled Hobie out of Jin's hold, and before anyone could even register what had happened, August D kissed Hobie. Jungkook was shook. He was barely blinking while looking at the kiss scene in front of him. "Hey, there are kids here," Jin said while standing up to Jungkook's level and covering Jungkook's eyes with both his hands. "Hyung's, let me see. It's the first soap kiss I am seeing. Not on my watch. It not for kids like you. You do realize the so-called kid you are talking about is 25 and can have a kid of his own right now, right?" Jin just glared at Jun. Meanwhile August was slowly turning into Yoongi. His wings were coming out, his horns were out, his clothes were different. But the thing is, Hobie's wings, which only had white feathers till now, was becoming black. 30% feathers were completely black. "Hey, are they making out right in front of us?" "Jun, what the hell?" Jun covered Jin's eyes with his both hands, but Jin couldn't remove them since his hands were busy covering Jungkook's. "'Cause you may commit murder if you continue on seeing them. Remove your hands or I'll bite off your fingers the moment I get the chance. No, I consider the life of my soulmate and my Hyung rather than my fingers." Jin's golfs. "I swear Jiminy, Hyung would have started strip by now if he was here." Jungkook mumbled when he got to see through Jin's finger gaps as he smirked. "Explain, why are you watching them make out now, Jun? Look at Jungkook, he is learning all this behavior from you and Jimin." "What did I do? Who told you to take anatomy lessons for Jungkook without my knowledge? He and Tay need to know about things like this." "You took that lesson for my angel baby too." On this, Hyung does love to be banished to the couch. Jungkook face-palmed on seeing Jun's bluntness. When we return back I'm tying you to the bed for this. Baby. Make one dirty comment, I'll cook your crabs for real this time. Please remember that there is a kid here. I wasn't going to. But are we just gonna ignore the two making out in front of us? I know what to do. Jin's scream made all the birds around them fly away and animals around them to hide. As Soap stopped kissing. Look, they have stopped. Jin shrugged. My Hyungs are unbelievable. Jungkook exclaimed. Why do I feel different? Depending on your wings color, Yoongi Hyung gave you his one life. What? Hobie rolled up Yoongi's sleeves to find only 2 lines. It's okay, but I am disappointed why I didn't came flying from the sky. I think I have an explanation for that. So you know, when Jungkook gave his life to Tae, he was already injured, and by giving his life to Tae it drained out all his energy out, causing him to die, but at the same time give Tae a life that was holding him back from dying. But in Hyung's case you simply transferred it to Hoseok and your stamina is high. Hyung, are you okay? No, I just felt hot seeing him talk like that. Why do I love this nerd? I am flattered, my love. And they say we are immature when they are the ones flirting the most. Hobie scoffed softly while creasing Yoongi's wrist where the tattoos were at. He looks at Yoongi's with sad eyes. Yoongi smiles before saying, I'm fine. He assured as he signed hugs Hobie. Hyung, where is Jiminy Hyung and Kenji Hyung? Did we leave them there? What happened? I assume you guys have a reason to be staying cool. Now that you ask. Jun explains everything to Jungkook and Jin. So we need to hurry and find Mark Hyung. Right. Then why the hell are we all standing here? We need to hurry. Let's go. We all turned to look at the owner of the voice. How is he here? I think he too got pulled inside. Allah's whole arm were drenched in blood and his clothes were also drenched in his blood. Hyung, I think he is dying. Then let the psycho die. Now let's leave. No, we can't. Whatever he did, no one deserves to be left alone in this state. It's more cruel than killing them. Then what do we do? June, heal him, feel him and pamper this sicko with love and affection. Not exactly, but we can't just leave him to die. You guys literally killed like 50 guards back there. Well, that's Hyung, not me. Hey, I don't kill. At least not in public. I don't know what you mean by the term not in public. I think Hyung is right. We can't leave him like this. We aren't cold-hearted. Hobie sighs before going towards Allah and holding his arms. I don't like you, but no one deserves this much pain. Hobie said as he started healing him. In just seconds Allah was all healed up. But that doesn't mean I like you. Hobie said before punching Allah right onto his nose, breaking it and knocking Allah out. Damn! That was hot. Hobie was still glaring at the unconscious Ella's body. So shall we start moving now? Yes, we can. Jun took out the map. The direction is north, let's go. We can actually reach it before night if we move faster. Then my dear mates, grab on your glucose cause we are gonna play Subway Surf. Stay calm and don't panic, remember Tae and Jimin are counting on us. So let's do this shit together. As long as I don't need to witness another olive oil character in this game, I'll live. Meanwhile, Jimin, you can do this. It's for Tae. You can do it. You can do this. Jimin said before moving towards the big white feathery figure sleeping in front of him on the big branch.
Thank you for watching. See you in next video. Until then, bye darlings.
Okay, bye bye.